What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Lendaris back at you with another video. Early this morning, sun's coming up. Sun's coming up. See that? Sun's coming up. Got a phone call yesterday. Somebody wants to estimate on a leaf cleanup, and I'm about to go check it out and see what's going on with it, what it looked like, you know. Hopefully it's something that I can just basically mulch up and things like that. Like I said, my minimum leaf cleanups for me to come out there is $375 plus tax. That's with anything. If I'm going to mulch them up, things like that, it gets a little bit more expensive if I gotta, you gotta haul them off. Like I said, if I take my leaf trailer, it gets a little bit more expensive then again to hook that up and pull that to a destination. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I also was thinking, you know, YouTubers will be forever. YouTubers will be forever. Like, as long as you got the internet, and as long as the internet is going, and as long as that data is out there, you ever think about that? And people that's on TV and the internet, as long as you have the footage, you will be forever. And what I mean by that is, I was just thinking about it. I said, you know, me doing these YouTube videos and doing what I do, especially with the YouTube videos, you are actually locking in your presence to be remembered forever, as long as you got the internet going, Wi-Fi, digital data out there, things like that. You ever think about that? So one day when I'm gone, and this was what I kind of think about, I say it's gonna be cool, because a lot of people, when I do family events, or family events happen, especially when the kids are little and things like that, I'm always videotaping. Now, I got this from my mom. She would always videotape everything. She would always take pictures. She was a picture person. She would always take pictures. You know, remember you had to have the when you take the picture and the big light flash, and then you gotta, wait for it to develop and stuff. I still got one of those cameras, and they got like these smaller digital cameras now that look really cool and stuff like that, that you could purchase, that print out your pictures and things like that, which is really cool. It's old school, but they try to put a twist on it and make it new school looking. You got like a little digital thing that you can take a picture with your phone, and then it'll print out on this little digital thing, like black and white, or you can have like different colored backgrounds and stuff like that, and it'll print onto that. So I think that's pretty cool. But let me get back to what I was talking about. You will be forever if you are a YouTube creator. Because like I said, my mom used to take pictures all the time. And then when the camcorder came out, she ended up recording things all the time. So I took on that aspect too, with family and stuff like that. So, when your parents pass on and things like that, after a couple of years, or not even that. It might be a year or two. But at some point in time, you're going to forget what your parents sound like. You're going to forget the way they sound. You're going to forget, the face gestures and, if you don't have any pictures or, things like that, you're going to forget what they look like after so long. You might have a remembrance of them, but you're going to sit back and think, man, now there's some people that, keep their parents' voice on their telephone. Like they probably had a couple of last calls from their parents that passed on or something like that, and they happen to have their voice on their phone. And they could just listen to the recorder or listen to the message and hear her voice or his voice. I think it's pretty cool to be able to be on YouTube, make videos, and you basically can say whatever you want to say. As far as, like, right now, if I wanted to, and I might do that right now, if I wanted to, I could leave a letter or a verbal letter to my children. I can leave a verbal letter to my children, like right now, and then as they get older, they could tap into YouTube, go onto the channel, and then listen to that letter or that verbal letter that I left. I got a YouTube video with one of my friends that passed along. He was helping me out, and he was in the truck with me, and he went on a couple of runs with me. He couldn't hang though. He's on there. There's a guy, I don't know, if you subscribe to my channel and go through some of my video archives, you'll see this guy that's sitting next to me in the truck, and his name was Timothy, and he's there forever. If I want to go see him and hear his voice, I could go to my YouTube channel and look at him, and I can remember, I can remember him. So I think that's really cool. And that's what I did before. I went back, I looked at the video, and he passed of COVID. And yeah, I missed that guy. He was a character. But anyway, I could go back, and when he passed, I relayed to his kids that if they ever want to see him, or if they wanted to remember his voice, or if they wanted to see his face again, they could go on my YouTube channel and they could look at it. And that sometimes will bring comfort, and that'll keep you remembering his voice, that'll keep you remembering an image of his face when he was healthy and things like that. And it can bring you some sort of peace. So being on the internet, I would advise everybody to kind of tap into their inner self and create a YouTube channel. That way, it could be anything, and you can leave a legacy of yourself where your kids could look at it and see you and watch you and hear your voice again and things like that. That's what I was thinking about right now. That's one of the perks that I think about. I don't know if everybody thinks like that, but I think about, 50 years from now, when my kids are older, or 30 years from now, depending on when I leave this earth, that they could go back and look at some of these videos, laugh, cry, reminisce and just remember my voice, and remember like what I tried to do to help them out. And I got some footage of me and my kids, you know, doing the work, putting in the work in the lawn care business. You know what I'm saying? Just going to people's houses and cutting grass and things like that. I got that on videotape with them, so hopefully they appreciate that, where they could go back and look at themselves, and then look at me and never forget my voice, never forget my passion, never forget what I tried to do for myself and for them. So I think that's the biggest gain that I would get out of being on YouTube, is so that I could be forever remembered, so my children can go take a look at me whenever they want. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully I'll get a video of me looking at this yard and trying to figure out what I'm gonna charge for a leaf cleanup. But yeah, just think about that. Just think about that. Build up enough guts to get on YouTube, and you too will be forever remembered. And like I said, you can leave whatever you want on your channel, and one day your children and their children can see their father, their grandfather, their great-grandfather, and they can continue on. And if you did great, you can always say, or they can always point to you and say, hey, if you want to see your great-grandfather or your great-great-grandfather who started all this, hey, go on YouTube and pull him up on his channel, and you'll see the man that tried to do the best he can, and he did, to help us get to where we at today, and instill the things that we need to know today. So I think that's the best part of YouTube, to utilize that for existing forever, as long as the YouTube is around, that your children can look at you and remember your voice, remember what you look like when you were here, because there's not a lot of people that can do that, and there's not a lot of people that can say that they can go back at any time and look at their parents, or, you know, that person, and actually see what they look like, hear their voice, and it might make the world of a difference. All right, guys, I'm out. Like, subscribe, leave your comments, hit that bell button, do whatever you got to do, but you better do it. All right, I'm out. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.